2025 season.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
7 yards there and a first down. Play action this time with Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Queen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
All right, partner, a brand-new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Love looking to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Running left, it's Warren. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run it. Warren. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Love from the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing. Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Love now. And that's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Love. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. In motion right is Austin. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rudolph. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Now it's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Rudolph throwing again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Warren. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
4 yards on the pickup.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A gain of 2 on the play.
Here's Rudolph. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
To throw now, here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Love, they go play action now. Completed out left to Dobbs. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Play action this time with Love. His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Love. That is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the run, it's Warren. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On first down, it's Warren. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Rudolph now to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
1-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down.
They'll run on first down. Warren. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Lead on the play. Second and 10. At the
Rudolph
35.
looking to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They need 2. Here's third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Here's Rudolph. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Chris Boswell.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Love looking to throw it. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. Play fake. Here's Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. So he stopped for no gain. And now third down and 6 to go. They'll send Reed in motion left. On play action. Love to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that one too wide and incomplete. Now a second and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. Throwing quickly to Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3. Rudolph throwing again. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Love. Over the middle, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rudolph looking to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now it's Rudolph. He's got this to Pickens. And he is out. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep... Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Rudolph. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 28 yards. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers offense and Mason Rudolph make their way back out. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. A short one there to Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Finds Pickens outright. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rudolph going to throw again. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. from the gun. Here's Rudolph. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Out of the gun, Rudolph. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Rudolph now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing. Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. In motion goes the tight end. Love looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll send Austin in motion right. Rudolph looking to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Rudolph. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Rudolph looking to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Rudolph. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Now it's Rudolph. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back to throw, Rudolph. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now in Pittsburgh. Here's a 2nd and 5. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. To the 43, 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a run with Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
That's another Steelers first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Warren will try the right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Rudolph. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. 3rd down and 6. Love now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. To throw now. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd down and 3. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, it's Love. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here we go. 1st and goal. Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Rudolph. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Rudolph. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Love. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Love looking to throw it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Love looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. Love. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And his throw is incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They'll run it. Warren. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Rudolph now to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Musgrave's got it out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
To number 88, Luke Musgrave. It's a gain of 23 yards.
He'll run right here with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Lloyd. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Play action this time with Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rudolph. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing here, Rudolph. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in a tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
Now Love. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. Working out of the gun. Love able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.